Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, today we're going to be checking out the SMKW exclusive Boker Plus Cataclyst. Not Catalyst, but Cataclyst. Now, this also happens to be April's affiliation knife, so you know what that means. But yes, this is an SMKW exclusive. Now, as you can see, we've got the Coyote one in front of us. They call it the Coyote Tan. There's actually 12. Well, there's 13 different models, but there's 12 different variations of colors and blade finishes. Like the Coyote, there's a satin and there's a Coyote and a coated blade. But there's 12 different SMKW exclusive versions. There's a red one, there's a couple of green ones, a couple of jade ones, I believe, gray, so on and so forth. I'll leave a link down in the description so y'all can go check it out if you would like, for sure. But this is the Cataclyst. Now, a little bit, we've got the tan, as I said, or Coyote Tan, G10 on the front, and we can see there, it's got some, you can see there, it's got some texturing in it, which really actually does aid in the grip, I believe. Stainless steel clip side, stainless steel clip. Now, you do kind of have that loop over spoon style clip, recessed pocket clip screws, so we're good to go there. You do have a lanyard hole that goes through that G10 back spacer there. Now, as you can see, like I said, stainless steel. It is a frame lock. Just kind of give you a quick look at it. Very nice. As you can see there, we've got some jimping, but lanyard fans can definitely rejoice. Now, you've got the flipper tab here. No jimping on the flipper tab. It is kind of low drag, if you will. It catches your finger just enough because you do have, as you can see there, there's jimping here. So for the push button, but there's not really jimping on the top. And of course, you do have that speed hole there. An interesting, I guess, weight relief. I don't know really what else the hole would be for other than looks. So there you go. Action. Definitely can push button it. And you can light switch it, of course. Now, detent is a little light. I mean, see there? And it could be me screwing around with that darn. It did go that time. It is a little bit light, though. The detent is a little bit light. You've got a good drop because it just got my finger. But that's okay. No blood, I don't think. Nice action on it. Give it a good push button, and I mean, it does come out. But for me, the detent is a little bit light. Got a nice fuller in that blade. Satin finish. Now, this is a 440C blade there. There you go. It says right there, 440C. All of the SMKW exclusive models are G10 and 440C. There is a D2 version, but that one's not in stock right now. And that one, it doesn't say that one is an SMKW exclusive version. So overall, nice kind of finish on that blade. Not a lot of the billboarding there is good. Now, of course, you do have the Boker Plus up here. Come on now. There it is. And then you've got the model number right there. So, yeah, you do have a little bit of billboarding. I like that fuller. I like how the fuller extends all the way down. Well, the camera's really arguing again today. Cantankerous. Do have some jimping there on the top of the blade. The one thing I do like about this blade is it is crowned. I like that. Now, let's see here. Let's take a look at it. But as you can see there, that blade is nice and crowned. And you know what? I kind of like that on these smaller folders like this because, well, any folder really. Of course, I know you're not going to be able to strike a ferro rod or anything like that. I would use a fixed blade for that, but that's just me. Now, speaking of that crown spine, there's something I'm going to talk about that here in just a little bit that kind of, I don't know, has me a little bit perplexed, we'll say. But anyway, all right, so what do we got here? We've got nearly 7 inches overall. You're looking at about 6 7/8 ish. Your handle length is going to be just shy of 4 inches. And then your blade length is going to be right about 3 inches. They say 2.95. So, I mean, it's right about there. Then your cutting edge is actually going to be about 2 3/4. Grip length, pardon me, natural grip length, you're looking at about 3 1/4. So it is on the smaller side for those smaller hands. And it's just about out of the realm of me getting a 4-finger grip on it. So there is that, but then you guys know I like smaller knives, so there's not much of an issue there. But I can just get a 4-finger grip on it. 3 3/4 inch hand is what I have across the meaty portion of the palm. So not bad though. Decent grip. Decent grip. Let's do our size comparisons. And here it is. Of course, we'll throw out the old PM2. PM2 is definitely a much larger knife. And of course, our bug out. And the bug out's even got it by a little bit. Pretty close to, almost a 1/2 inch on the blade, and definitely at least 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch on the handle. So the bug out's even bigger than the little Cataclyst is. Gonna get our weight, 2.8. So it's right about on that ounce per inch as far as blade length, and then 78 grams. Now, you guys know as far as weight, it's all about how the knife carries. And I mean, this is a good little carry. You can see there, definitely deep. I mean, we'll check that. I mean, it actually extends. It looks kind of like it actually extends a little bit above. And then you can get a good look at the centering too. Centering's pretty dead on as well. So that's good. So what are my overall thoughts on this guy? It's a good little knife. Like I said, there's a couple of things that are, I mean, the detent, that's just a nitpick. That's kind of personal for me. It's a little light for me, but it's not bad. You give it a good push and it's going to come out. And then the drop is very nice. Really, really like the crown spine. I like how that looks. That shows a little bit extra time, care into the knife. But this is where I get a little perplexed. So they took that time to crown the spine and make that really nice. But if you can see here on the handle, that G10 is not chamfered at all. So you're sitting there with a 90-degree edge on that G10. How does that affect the grip? Well, you can definitely feel it. It's not terrible. It's not sharp or anything like that, but it's noticeable. And I just kind of noticed that with the crown spine, but yet the G10 on the handle isn't chamfered. And then, sometimes they don't chamfer here, but it's chamfered up here, which, I mean, doesn't really help your grip much. But, I mean, that's really not even chamfered either. It might be a little bit, but I would like to see, they took the care and time to do the blade, crown the spine. I just like to see the G10 chamfered. I mean, that's just kind of me and a thought I have on it. Now, the clip kind of gets me a bit. It's got, like I said, you've got it's kind of that spoon style clip. I definitely, it stands pretty high. I definitely feel it back here. And the spoon portion, I mean, I think I'm feeling this so much that I don't feel this. And it lands pretty good. I don't know, you can see it kind of lands in that crease. But I can definitely feel that there. So, the pocket clip is definitely, I talk about clips a lot, and the reason is it goes into the ergonomics of the knife, and their ergonomics are one of my biggest nitpicks, I guess, if you want to put it that way, on a knife. And the pocket clips usually end up being the major source of that. But I can really feel that clip. So much so that I would probably call it a hot spot. Now, if you had larger hands, well, we're talking about a small-handled knife. You could always put a lanyard on it, of course. So, whoever this one goes to, I'd be interested in hearing how the clip lands in your hand. And if you have a Cataclyst, you have any experience with a Cataclyst, please let me know down in the comments. Does it affect your grip at all? Pardon me. I'd really interested to know. Overall, it's not a bad knife. I don't know if it's one I would run out and buy. Probably not, just because of that pocket clip. Now, like I said, it's 440C. These things are selling for right around the $48-ish range on SMKW. What's it say? $44.67. That's an odd price, but it is. That's what it is. $44.67 is what these run for 440C. And I know people are like, but it's 440. Yeah, 440 heat treated, right? It's not a bad steel at all. So, that's one of those things that the steel folks might have an issue with that. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that. It's all in what you like, right? All in what you like, all in what you want. I get it. I understand it. Absolutely. 100%. If this had like 14C on it or something like that, I'd probably be happier as well. So there you go. But overall, not a bad knife. That clip is, that's probably going to be a stopper for me. The G10, that's a nitpick. Absolutely, it is. But like I said, you took the time to crown the spine. Why wouldn't you chamfer the G10? Just my thought. Hey, if you want to comment on that too, please do. But as I said, this is the April's affiliation knife through SMKW. So it's going to end up in one of your guys' hands. All you got to do is leave that comment down below. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Greatly appreciate it. Like, subscribe, leave me that comment. Like I said, just might win you this knife. Until next time, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.